Perfect. And I will do our lovely recap here. So last session started off in combat with our party getting a surprise round in. This didn't last too long, as the first thing Hester did was toss out a fairy fire, which alerted a few of the bandits hiding in tents. After a few hours, arrows flew in and Brucey raged. The fight started. Our party was a little outmatched at the start, but luckily the bandits didn't have any magic users or ranged combatants, so Bronobi and Hester were free to shoot from the back lines, while Brucey and Hester's steel defender took the brunt of the damage. Once the first few went down hard, you heard a large growl, and out came something rarely seen in the woods. A giant direwolf that the bandits called Brutus, which looked at Reynard as a nice little snack. Without Irma's magic, we would have lost both Brucey and Reynard. Reynard took quite a bit of damage in this fight, going down in a bloody heap twice. It looked really grim for him when they saw Brutus took a nice bite out of him, but then a well-timed arrow from Bronobi ended the wolf's life. Something deep within Reynard took root, and with 2 failed death saves already, rolled a lovely 12 to stave off your final breath. Irma then quickly ran in and almost used the last of her magic to bring you back up to full. With all but one of the bandits dead or dying, you then saw a small strigged knight soar in and take a quick look at your work. He hailed you all as fellow warriors and jumped into the fray and helped you kill the last brute that was trying to smash anything in its way with its great axe. Luck had it that the axe flew out of its grips and right into the hands of Brucey, who smiled and killed it with its own weapon. It was then that our party was introduced to Riffin, the Ash Knight. Before you could have a nice chat, though, he heard some muffled noise from a tent and went in sword drawn. As some of our party gathered, you saw a Vulpin priestess of Kryn tied and gagged to a bed, and Riffin went in to help. It seemed that she was going to need a bit of time before she would trust everyone, so he pretty much pushed you all outside to have a chat. Riffin then told you that he hailed from the village of Ashborough, and was there when it burned to the ground. He was looking for a Corvum friend of his named Oddwald, and was hoping our party had seen him around. Sadly, the description of him didn't ring any bells to you, and told him you would keep an eye out. Riffin also told you that he had brought a few survivors from Ashborough here in hopes that the Bird Council would take care of them, but with all the bandits in the area, he was best suited for battle. Bronobi at this point picked up a small chest that he had seen drop and started smashing it on a rock, trying to open it, and it didn't work. After a few more smashes, the magical trap inside of it blew up and exploded everything, including Bronobi and Brucey. Brucey was almost already dead and went down fast, but Bronobi was lucky enough to stave off most of the damage. Once the dust and fire had settled, he pocketed something else nobody else saw. One of the perch guard then showed up, thanked and congratulated you all for your efforts, and took control of the priestess once she emerged. The priestess gave Irma a cloak for helping, and did heal Brucey back up before they left. Riffin then told the party that he's staying at the same inn as Bronobi's uncle, and to find him there later for a pint of ale on him, and left. It was then time to loot. You came out of this pretty good. You left some of the stolen merchant loot in a cart to bring back, to make it look like you didn't keep most of it for yourselves. You even found a few more magic items to hand around. And while Hester was identifying all the items, they noticed Brucey had dropped all of his other weapons and had just been staring at his new axe, and maybe even talking to it, but you put aside that for later. Once all the loot was handed out, it was time to head back to Alderheart for the night, and along the way you were even hailed as heroes by some of the merchants and perch guard. We also now start off back at the inn for a drink with Riffin, and see what happens when Bronobi decides to pull a card from a deck of cards that he found. Can I have a roll of D20, please, sir?
This is 20. That I can do. Just tell me, which dice should I use?
I don't know.
Red, dark red, brown, purple, or green? Pick.
Purple.
Red. I heard a red first.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
A 7.
A sexy 7. I don't know why it's sexy. I'm not sure what brought that out, but anyway.
Okay. I don't. Give me 1 second here. I need to find a list.
Because 7, 8, 9.
7 did 8, 9.
You see, this, friends, is why we roll purple.
I mean, for what it's worth, purple would have given me a natural 1.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. Disregard.
I had to test that. It had to be tested.
All right. So roll me. Yep.
A quick question. Something I forgot to do was get the value of everything that we looted off of them. I have pretty much everything. The one question I have is, you said that there was one chain shirt. Is that just the chain mail, or is there? Oh, never mind. I can't read. I found the chain shirt. You're good. Thanks.
Perfect.
Thanks for the answer. I appreciate it.
You're
the best.
You did so much,
Anytime,
Brandon.
sir.
Well,
roll me a D100, please, sir.
that's what I wanted to hear. Okay, we have a 0 to start, so I could have get 100 here.
Isn't it awesome
No,
when the DM makes you roll your own consequences?
I got a 0-9. I love it. So a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Oh.
Something fun. Come on, something fun.
Huh. Well, this is going to be different.
His antlers fall off?
Well,
I true polymorph into a mute.
no.
You're now a jackalope.
So, can I perception?
now-
Are you doing this under the table? What are you doing?
I just think he's just. Like, I'm just there, and I just have a look at the cards in front of me, and I pull one out. I'm not being subtle about it, but I'm not
Okay.
showing it off either.
All right. Well, Riffin is in the middle of telling you guys a lovely little tale after you guys come in here about how he found like a group of bandits that were kidnapped a couple things, and he was in the middle of slaying them when Bronobi pulls a card. So, you look at this card, and there's an image on the card. On the back of the card, it looks like there's a feather and like a balance scale. You also notice finally the title. It's called The Deck of Feathers and Fates. You pull a card from this, and the card in front of you kind of like shatters in your face. You lose all your gold. All your gems are gone.
Oh!
Everything on you is gone. All your valuables vanish.
My weapons and
The
stuff
only
too?
thing you currently have on you are your clothes.
Okay, I'm deleting. Is it gone forever? Do I delete it all?
It is vanished to another plane of existence you will never be able to get back.
Okay. Currently
In
deleting all
return-
my magic items.
In return, there's a horn in front of you. Some sort of horn shows up where everything else is gone. It kind of looks like this. You shake it, and it kind of sounds like there's water in it. You rolled the Decanter of Endless Water as your only possession.
So my armor is also gone. You said clothes. Does armor count as clothes?
Pretty much all your valuables. So anything you would deem valuable is gone.
I mean, a breastplate's pretty valuable. It's gone.
Sure
I no longer
is.
have armor. Okay.
You pulled one of the worst cards. And I can
So-
delete that. I'm going to delete that card because it's no longer there.
Horn of Endless Water, was it?
It's the Decanter of Endless Water. You don't know what it is until you get it identified by Hester. But that's the only current item you now have.
So I like to think that being a big, moose, elk, whatever the heck he is exactly,
You're a servant, yeah.
with his with nothing but his clothes, he's wearing basically a loincloth at this point.
You just see
And
everything on
everyone
him vanish.
Not wanting to make big deal out of nothing, but something appears to have happened.
Skye, I will take a perception roll from you, please, because you are seated right across from them.
All right, fair enough.
Mhm.
Let's see what I can roll here. Yes, indeed. Remembering how to do things. Here we are. All right, so, okay. Come on, D&D Beyond. I'm getting over there. All right, so perception, you say?
Yes,
All right.
please.
And did it roll? Oh, there we go.
You had to roll the fun one, didn't you?
There we go.
Oh, a dirty
Yeah.
20. Oh, yeah. You definitely hear a commotion behind you, and just out of the corner of your eye, you see this tall... Well, Bronobi, tell me exactly what you look like for her.
But basically, he looks like a giant moose, but except he has hands. Is pretty much it. And he can, he's bipedal. He can walk on these back hooves, but I've always pictured them as being hooves rather than feet.
Mm-hmm.
But the only humanoid thing about him is he's got fingers.
Understood. And is it also understood that this individual is quite tall?
Yeah,
What?
I think he's 6'6" with the antlers. He's about 6'2" or something without them. So still pretty tall.
Oh, yes. So that is definitely massive in comparison to Skye. So Skye, just enjoying a drink here at the tavern, was thinking about maybe a few lyrics to a song that may have just been sung in the tavern not too long ago. And she's kind of carefree, sitting by herself. She is a kindled Corvum who is about 4'7" in height, and she has glossy, raven-like jet black feathers, and they have a bit of a deep bluish purple to them when they shine in the right light. And she has very bright golden eyes. And upon hearing this commotion, she turns around and sees this individual standing there with this horn. Now, DM, can you kindly let me know how large is this horn? Is it comically large, like a cornucopia, or is it just regular animal horn?
It's definitely
what size?
you need to hold in two hands, or hooves or claws, whatever you have. It's at least 1.5 feet big, long curve. It kind of looks shiny, kind of looks wet.
Okay, all right. So she turns around to see this spectacle, and she exclaims, "Well, my goodness, friend, that's a mighty fine horn you're holding there. Well met. Are you all right?"
I appear to be unharmed by anything. It's just that I have everything I own seems to have left my person.
Oh dear, oh no. Well, that's it looks like at least you still have your magnificent horn there. And from her perception, DM, she's basically seeing no coin pouch, no markings of any kind.
All you really see is like some sort of mist evaporating all around him. As
Oh dear.
just something goes. He does have a deck of cards still in his hand. 2.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I better delete the gem that I had in my bio there. That's gone. Just a mysterious deck of cards.
Oh, friend. But Skye doesn't know that yet.
Nope.
So she will just simply say, well, friend, I tell you what, it would seem as though you have had a day. Why don't you come on over, sit on down? Barkeep, do you mind, this gentleman here would probably like a nice ale right about now. I've got you, friend, don't worry. And she'll go ahead and she'll pay for the one ale.
Oh, the nut brand or the thistle?
Oh, well, we gonna need your strongest one yet,
The
dear.
nut brown. Okay.
Please. Mm-hmm.
Bronobi
Yeah.
will just chime in and say, if you wanted to spike it with some sort of drug or perhaps a lethal poison, feel free. I will not hold any ill feelings towards you.
Oh, no, we're not that kind of establishment, sir. Sorry, but it's good ale.
I guess that will do.
It's dark, it's nutty, it's got a hint of roasted chestnuts.
It goes down smooth, my friend. Trust. You're in good hands. Yeah. And as the barkeep, and what is the barkeep's name, if you don't mind? Do we have a name for the barkeep?
We do. We are at the Come On In. Reneth Oak Hollow. She's a Luma.
Wonderful.
So she looks like a pigeon.
Wonderful. Okay. Reneth Oak Hollow. Thank you so much for that. So she will turn to her newfound friend and say, yes, good old Ren. She is the best. You have nothing to worry about. That ale will go down nice and smooth, my friend. But I'm so curious. I'm sorry. I have to ask. Is there someone that you potentially ticked off to the point of you just having everything around you evaporate, my friend?
No, I don't think so. I just pulled one of these cards out of this deck. I am not going to show you too closely because I am not silly enough to do another one. Although I have nothing left to lose, and he pulls another card.
It
Roll me a d20,
unfortunately
sir,
would.
please.
Oh no!
Yep.
No.
17.
17. You also take 2 points of piercing damage as the card bites into you for pulling a second card.
And
Ouch,
no
that's-
armor.
Oh, you get 17? Oh my god.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh dear.
Well, you go from bad to good.
Ooh.
All right. Oh my
I
god.
had no intention
I
of
did-
doing that.
I did
And
not think
every-
we were getting
In my
this
head.
one.
And every possession that you lost in the last 5 minutes
Nope.
gets rewound in time.
Um,
And
as
plus 5.
as you pull another card, the card itself is one big giant golden egg. And as the card dissipates, in front of you is a golden egg about the size of your head.
Oh my word!
He's going to try and bite it to see if it has that little bit of give that gold has compared to a rock. He wants to know if it's real gold.
Okay, so how hard are you trying to bite this?
Just as hard
How
as you
many
would bite
teeth
a
do you
gold
want to
nugget.
lose?
Okay.
As hard as one would bite a gold nugget to check if it was gold. You give it a little, you
Okay.
bite down with it just a little bit, not trying to actually eat it. You're just feeling for the give.
But probably enough to crack it.
If
So,
it was an egg, if it was an actual egg, yes.
It is an actual egg.
There you go.
So,
Oops.
it had
It's a gold dragon egg. Oops.
Congratulations, you're now a mother.
Yes. So, the golden egg appears in your possession. It could have been sold for 5,000 gold. Instead, you crack this thing and you start to see claws from the inside of it slowly start to
dear.
finish cracking this egg.
Oh boy.
It takes about a minute.
This
And-
might be a problem.
Out from this egg, you see a tiny golden scaly creature emerge, and it automatically looks you in the eye and just goes, "Mommy?" You now have a golden pseudo-dragon as a familiar.
By the roost, I have
It is
never
fully
in
grown.
my years.
And immediately perches on one of your antlers and shits on your back.
The problem is, it's more of a pet than a familiar, isn't it? Because I don't
Nope.
have the ability to summon a familiar
This-
if it dies.
This is a familiar. You're going to be able to summon this, whatever your proficiency bonus is for the day. That's what you can summon this creature for. So it's just a normal pseudo-dragon, but this one's golden.
Does it have the same limits? That,
Same limits as a
familiars
regular
have, meaning it
familiar.
can't attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It is still a familiar. It is technically considered a fey creature.
Okay.
You could have also had 5,000 gold, but you bid.
Do you have a name? Otherwise, I will call you Jeremy.
Jeremy.
And
Oh, I
it
can't
is
right now.
decided.
Okay.
Jeremy, you are beautiful and the greatest thing to ever happen to me in my entire life. I will protect you with everything I have. And then he'll look around at his allies and say, if any of you do any harm to Jeremy, I will rip your eyeballs out with a spoon.
By the great oak, I have truly witnessed a miracle today. Friend.
Riffin's in the middle of just looking at all this and going, well, this has been fun. I will, yes, Oddwald, right. Good luck. And he just scurries off. This was too much for him.
My.
And-
Of all the things that I would ever have thought I'd see in the wide, wide world, this certainly is not one I counted among them. This is fascinating. And Skye pulls out of her pack a piece of parchment. Being of a diminutive stature, she's got paper and pen to and quill to match her size. So you see her take out a small piece of paper, and she looks like she's writing notes. It's easy to see that she's excited about what has happened. And one thing though, DM, would she ever know anything about the deck of many things like that, or a deck of cards?
Yeah, I will take a history roll at disadvantage.
Okay, fair enough. I would like to think that perhaps in her past healing odd travelers now and again, perhaps she's had to remedy something that came about from drawing the wrong card in the past. But let's see how she do. At disadvantage, we set that up here.
Oh, and
Disadvantage.
Hester,
There we
the
go.
entrance to the building for some reason didn't come with the map. We're gonna say it's down in this corner.
In the okay, got
Yeah,
you.
we'll
Fair
just say
enough.
it's there. I couldn't find a door. I was looking for that earlier.
Got it.
Yeah,
So
because it was like
that is-
because everything was like everything
I know.
against a wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, couldn't find the stairs. That was the closest. That's what I was thinking too. But then I'm like, there's like shrubbery and shit in the corners. So I was like, I don't know what's going on.
We'll just say that's part of the bark and the tree. So yeah, right here. You
Okay.
guys,
Fair enough.
with a 10,
So that is a
no
solid
idea.
10.
No idea.
Okay.
This is
Fair
completely
enough.
different type of magic than you're used to. Where you grew up, there's nothing you would have heard about this. As you guys see Riffin get up, Brucey pretty much follows him and goes, "I help you," and charges out. And you notice that he only has his axe, and he's left his bag behind.
Oh. Oh, friend, wait, hold on. And I think Skye shall sprint over to the bag and try and scoop it up. How heavy is it? Because there's, like I said, she's 4'7",
Yeah.
and sometimes she springs to action
He's
a little bit sooner.
He's a gerbine,
Okay.
so he's about a little smaller than you.
Oh, I
And
see.
You just
Okay.
randomly hear, "I don't need it."
Interesting.
But someone
Wow,
who just lost all his shit might.
Yeah, Bronobi is watching
Right.
this, and he's just gonna just surreptitiously walk over and just say, "I will hold it for my friend."
Okay. All right. Yeah, definitely. Certainly. Why not? And she goes ahead and just goes on ahead and hands it to you.
While you're doing that, can you, Reynard and Hester, tell her what they see for you two?
Reynard can go first.
Okay. Describe your character.
Well, I am a Reynard Red. I am a Vulpin, which is essentially the fox.
Mhm.
About 5'6". I also have golden eyes, and of course my hair color is that of the standard reddish fox. So essentially, he's a ginger.
Love it. All right.
You also see a tiny little Hedge. She looks like an armadillo. She has... I will take a religion roll from you, please.
Oh, yes, indeed. Happy to do so. Let us say religion. There we go.
Is her icon just an armadillo with a wizard hat on
Sure is.
and cloak?
That is
Okay.
just so cute.
That's the
that
first
is
time I've
solid
seen it like
15.
zoomed in.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Adorable. We've got a solid 15.
Okay. A 15, yeah, if Pretzels was here, she'd let you know. You'd be able to tell she's a cleric of Henwin the Kind, who's also a Hedge.
Wonderful. All right.
You also see, well, what does Hester look like? And beside him, what's that look like?
So Hester is shorter than you. Hester is 3'3". And they are a Marin Raptor, so like a bird of prey, similar to like a hawk kind of thing. And they are an artificer, and so you see them tinkering around with a 6'6" owl. That if you've ever seen the original Clash of the Titans, the Bubo, that
Yes.
the little mechanical owl. That's basically what they made, was a 6'6" tall steel defender named Bubo that looks like that owl.
Oh
and
my
they
heavens.
are tinkering away.
Hell, wow. All right. Wonderful. Okay. And I think upon seeing them, I think she definitely would be thunderstruck by their sheer size. And I think, not to be rude, but I think she would, sensing that this is a being made of metal, I think she would be curious enough and kind of slowly reach up and tap, 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 and just confirm that this is someone made of metal, and say, and just kind of draw her hand back quickly in embarrassment. I'm so sorry, my friend. You were just beyond anything I've ever seen before. Please excuse my curiosity. I was really rude. I'm sorry.
And when you tap on Bubo kind of flaps their metal wings, kind of turns their head and is like, boop, boop, whoop, whoop, whoop. Just kind of like cheery sounds. It doesn't sound like an alarm went off, but it's just like, happy sounds, like happy R2-D2 kind of thing.
I was going to say that this is going to be a language on their own on the level of R2-D2 right now. Yes. That just makes my nerdy heart so happy.
The robot
Okay,
equivalent
so
of just saying, I am
and
Groot.
Sorry, say that
And
one
Hester
more
will-
time there, Muriel? I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
I said it's the robot equivalent of just saying, I am Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Hester, seeing that you like were tapping on Bubo and everything, will kind of like turn and acknowledge you, and then reach into their coat pocket and pull out a little device and click a button on it, and you just hear from the device, "Hello, my name is Hester. How are you doing? Hello, my name is Hester. How are you doing? Hello, my name is Hester. How are you doing?" And then they turn it off and put it away.
oh yes, I am doing just fine, my friend. It is wonderful to meet you. Oh, my apologies. I didn't even give any of you my name. My name is Skye. Skye, like the big blue, with an E on the end.
It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Skye. Thank you for buying this drink. Now I wish somebody would buy. Oh, wait. He just starts looking through Brucey's bags and finds some gold. And
So
Gets
I
himself
will
another-
send you Brucey's bags.
okay.
There's quite a bit. Nothing major. You do get the Drift Globe and the figurine of Wondrous Power, the Silver Raven. 128 gold, 187 silver, 70 copper.
Oh wow!
60
all right.
javelins.
Wow!
no, sorry, They're all in the bag of
Send me,
holding.
send me the list.
Yeah, I will.
Because that's a lot of words.
I'll just send you his D&D Beyond link.
Well, that's wonderful. Where one door closes, as my my grand grandma used to say, and where one door closes, another opens entirely. So that's wonderful. Good.
Did you? What would you say about the javelins? Did you say they're all in the bag of holding?
I think some of them are, yeah. He doesn't have enough to carry. He bought 30, so he can't carry
Okay.
30.
Didn't he have somebody have a smaller bag of holding, or was I the only one who had a bag of holding?
Reynard has the other
Yep.
one that came from Susan, the hedge in the slime swamp.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought I remembered somebody else had something similar, because I don't think it was a full bag of holding, but I could be wrong on that. All right. And then also, with everything that was going on, I did roll some perception rolls for both Hester and Bubo.
Yep.
Hester didn't notice anything going on with Bronobi.
Nice.
But Bubo had a regular 20 and kind of made some like beeps and boops and everything. And with Skye coming over to talk, Hester kind of looks over and notices that Bronobi is no longer wearing armor, and like their backpack is gone and everything. And it's just like, Bronobi, what happened to all your stuff?
Shit happens.
Reynard has a completely different reaction. He rolled a nat 1 for
Nice.
a total of 7. It was
That's
pretty much
great.
having when he was taking a swig from his mug, all he puts down, it's like, Bronobi's naked. What the hell was in that drink?
That's funny. Neither of you saw it. That's just the best.
And he just takes another swing like, "Man, I'm just seeing things. Now he has a dragon. What the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't roll. Let's see if Hester notices the dragon on his antlers. Nope.
Okay.
Don't notice the dragon.
All right.
So Hester's gonna hang on a second.
That's funny.
I may have fed the cats, but Logan's a fucking asshole,
Yeah,
and
you're good.
the only place he's comfortable is in my business.
Oh.
Just to let you guys
But,
know, remind you, it is past dinner time. It's pretty much pushing close to like 9-10 p.m.
But yeah,
So you
Hester
guys can
upon
stay here or go back up to Eliza and stay with her again. Up to you.
Okay. I'm going to say the reason why Hester didn't notice the dragon is after they realize that Bronobi doesn't have armor, they're gonna reach into their bag of holding and pull out the chain shirt that I was just asking about.
Yep.
And just be like, if you need armor, I got a chain shirt here that we got from the last battle.
Thank you. It is a bit noisy, but it will keep me alive for a while.
Is it full chainmail or just a chain shirt?
I have written down chain shirt.
Yeah, okay, the chain shirt you should be fine with then. It's medium.
Yeah, it's medium,
Yeah.
but it also makes you noisy. So I know
Not
it's
the
disadvantage.
shirt.
No,
The
No,
shirt
not the
doesn't.
chain shirt. Actually, that
The
doesn't
full
Oh, it
chainmail
doesn't.
does.
advantage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chainmail
Ah.
does.
The chain
chain
shirt
shirt.
Is yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's-
it's just
Mhm.
less good in armor.
It's
than
like
breastplate.
a breastplate
Yeah.
minus one.
Yep, cool.
Yeah.
I would love to know that it comes off looking like a midriff, though, on such a tall individual.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, unless it's
He's got a-
magical, those
I-
usually don't resize by themselves.
Yeah.
So
I apologize. I missed said what it was. I gave him a chain tank top.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. Even better.
oh dear. All right.
As I see Bronobi put it on, I'm like,
has the little spaghetti straps and everything.
I just want to know how it goes over the horns.
Barkeep, I need another. This, different type, please. I'm having a bad reaction.
Oh, right.
I'm seeing things.
That does happen from time to time. How about something a little more stout? How about the Moss Brew Stout?
Let's give it a try.
Okay. It's dark, it's rich stout with a hint of earthy moss. It's most people prefer it in the cold months, but let's try it. Anyone hungry?
Oh yes, I definitely am a bit peckish. I feel like if I could just have a nice assortment of seeds
The seed
and
crackers.
berries.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
How
That
about
would really hit the spot for
a
me.
berry pie and some seed crackers coming up. It'll be with all the alcohol you guys have been drinking and that. I just need 12 silver. Sorry, 2 silver, 10 copper. So 3 silver. That works out too.
Yes. All right. The maths.
Yeah.
Mario, what's your dex mod?
It's +4, but I only get +2 with medium armor, so it's fine. My AC's 15 now, which is decent.
You can also count
Oh,
this as
okay.
a short rest. This is your first in a while.
Well, the reason why I was asking is because I also have a +1 leather armor in my bag of holding, so it'd be an AC 12 plus your dex mod, so you could have that instead of the chain shirt.
That's way better for sure.
Yeah, so I'll keep the chain shirt, and then we could, vendor that,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
fine.
you could take the +1
yeah,
leather.
if you want to go
so
up,
that way
if you want to figure out how much everything is, and let me know when you go see Eliza. So just as a reminder, you are to see the Bird Council first thing in the morning, where they are going to set you up with 2 of the guards from the Perch Guard to take you towards the Stone Talon? The Crest Mountains, to where hopefully you guys can find the Bandit Fortress. So that's the first thing in the morning, is to go to the Bandit Council.
I
Sorry,
believe.
Bird Council.
I believe Skye. You see her sketching, on her, pieces of parchment. A picture of the egg, before it got cracked open.
Mm-hmm.
Or probably at least you see the face or the reptilian eye of said new pseudo dragon friend peeking out. She really is a bit of an artist, and she also turns to her new companions here at the bar and asks them all, friends, I wonder, have any of you seen something that looks like this? And she shuffles through her stack of papers, and she comes up with a drawing, and it looks like a beaded bracelet, almost like the type of bracelet made of prayer beads that you may see from IRL, if you've ever seen anyone from Eastern influence. wear prayer beads as a bracelet. And it has a lovely, the beads themselves are made of, looks like they are wooden. She's drawn in a bit of texture that makes it look like there's actual swirls on each bead. So you can guess that it was made of wood. And there's a lovely little tassel at one point in the bracelet as well. And she will kind of look around, and she kind of has a bit of a look on her face that's hopeful. But she's not very confident. She's very shy when she presents this to you all.
Can I have history or religion from everybody?
Nah, not from me. You can't.
Oh dear.
Oh. Oh.
19
Okay.
history for Reynard.
So let's see. You said history or religion?
Yep.
History. Oh, they're both a +4. So I rolled a nat 20 for a 24.
Ooh.
You can. I would say more history than religion is where my information would come from.
Okay. Give me 1 second here.
Don't mind
Wonderfully
me.
done.
I'm just a nerd.
Wonderfully done.
Apparently, I'm a
Appropriate.
history buff too. So
Yep. So, what you see in front of you is. So, yeah. So, Reynard, Irma, and Hester. Irma rolled a 19 too. You all recognize that this is definitely something you've either heard about or read about. These are extremely rare pieces of magic that are usually only given to people on a journey, either from a actual Amaranthian or they're associated with a high level of like clergy, basically, for a religion. They're handed out to people who help others or help the Humblewood somehow, that it's pretty much like a religious offering, like a religious gift. They're few and far between. Most of them are used only for ceremonies. So if she's looking for one, there's probably a good reason for it. There's not many of them around. The more things that are on the necklace, the more things it can do.
Got it. So with that, I think Skye kind of sees that recognition, right, in their eyes, and says, "Friend, you look like you may have seen this before. Can you tell me?"
Reynard would take the lead on that and go, to be fair, I think I probably nicked that from someone like a couple months ago. And then I lost it.
Oh, well, it's interesting. And she kind of, she does this little, she hops down off of her bar stool, and she gets kind of like a little hop to her step. She gets kind of nervous because right now, of course, she is contemplating whether or not to let these new folks, new folks to her, know exactly why she's looking for it. For now, she will say, "Oh, well, that's quite unfortunate that you lost them again. Do you remember whom you might have taken them off of, by any chance? No judgment, by the way. I mean, I'm so sorry if I if I seem like I'm nosy a little bit, I'm just curious.
To be fair, can't say that I have.
Oh dear. All right. Well, that's fine.
I had a quick question, just to make sure that I'm on the same page. We're talking about the prayer bead things that you just pulled out.
Yep.
Or did I miss the transition to something else?
She drew them on a like parchment and showed you what she's looking for.
Kind of like
Oh,
a poster.
okay.
Have you seen this
Correct.
man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
That was that was what I missed.
Mhm.
Was that it was drawn on a paper and not in hand.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. On knowing that the beads you may have seen may have been lost yet again, she definitely takes on a very crestfallen look. But she chooses to kind of push past it.
Mhm.
I mean, if ever there was a time you did not need to roll an insight check, she is just simply, she's definitely devastated at the moment.
Can
but
you also
she
roll me a
chooses-
d20 for Skye?
Oh dear.
This is for me to figure out what type and what's on them.
Oh
To see
dear.
if it's the same.
It's a morality roll.
Sure
Oh
is.
no. Oh no. Let's see it.
Many types of different prayer beads.
Well, you can't get more middle of the road than a 10.
Nope, you cannot. Okay. All right.
Would guidance have helped if she used that? Do you have guidance?
Irma
Do
does.
I have guidance?
Actually, sorry. Roll me also a d4.
All right. Fair enough.
I should have
Let's
said
see
that
it.
first.
Oh, and it's a 1.
Oh. Okay, so roll me.
A solid 11.
So roll me 2 more d20s.
Oh my. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and do that.
Believe.
That's fun. Oh, look at that. A pair of 14s.
Double 14.
That's interesting. All right.
Okay.
Well, you are consistent.
All right. So the one you're looking for only has 3 beads left on it that you know of. It has got 3 beads on it.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
So whether or not it's the same one he had,
Right. So in realizing that, she'll say, "Oh, wait a minute," and perk up just a moment and pauses to look back at you and says, "Do you happen to remember that it had this many beads on it? Or did it have less than that? Do you remember?" And DM, would he remember how many beads that were on there?
I didn't know he stole it, so he can tell me that.
So you're looking for one that had 3?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably say, I think this had more.
Oh,
I'm guessing it's 3 very distinctive beads, correct?
indeed. Okay. Well, still unfortunate that you had lost the one that you well, shall I say, borrowed. Always embarrassing when you borrow something and then lose it. But it's fine. Looks like I need to keep on looking. And she kind of immediately, she has just been on a roller coaster in front of you. Just how, like, she was totally devastated when it looked like, oh dear, this went by the wayside, but that's not the one she's looking for. So she perks up a little bit and says, well, friends, I wonder, are you all in town for very long? I wonder, I'm new to this area myself, so I wonder, I would love some traveling company if anyone is taking a look around the city to see what's what.
Are you useful in a fight? We seem to get in a lot of those.
I'll take religion rolls from all of you, please.
Including Skye?
Nope, just them.
Okay.
I rolled a 6 plus not much.
Okay. A 6
18.
plus not much is not much.
Indeed.
8 for religion.
All right, Hester. Irma also knows. Hester, you're the only one with that roll. You would know she's wearing something mainly on her lower half, her belt. She's a cleric of Rhea, the explorer, who's actually a Raptor, Amaranthian, like you.
On Skye, you said Skye's belt?
Yeah, you see just like the holy symbol of Rhea.
Oh. That actually makes sense because I am a foot shorter than she is. So that'd be slightly more eye level.
I would have mentioned that too. I'm like, well, yeah, he's staring right at her waist, technically.
You know, kind of difficult to say,
Mhm.
eyes up here, friend, if you have to bend your neck all the way up
Yep.
to look her in the eye. But yes, so yes, I think yes, I would definitely love the company. I love exploring, and I don't know. It seems like there's a bit of a vibe going on in this city. I'd really love to explore the town more.
Yeah. Irma's gonna definitely say, "I'd like to have another girl with us for a change too." She's been the only female for
Love
quite a while.
it.
These guys.
Love it, love it.
Irma's also going to enjoy not getting hit on every 5 seconds
Sure.
now that Brucey's gone.
Oh dear. All right.
Do
Yeah.
we think Bruce?
Yeah, just so you know,
Unless Skye wants to pick up the pace and start hitting on Irma.
Oh my goodness. Well.
just let you know, our entire team dynamic is Irma's on a diplomatic mission to Alderheart.
Yes.
Brucey's her bodyguard that's hidden on her, and the rest of us are here to protect her from Brucey.
Yes.
Ah, indeed. All right. 10 and 4. I do. I
And
received
she's done
that.
all the killing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the other thing.
Which, you know, that floors me then because this is a brave individual that loves to live dangerously. If he keeps trying to hit on her, like so. But yes. I wonder. You all seem like you've been friends on the road for quite some time. Is that right?
Yes, we have definitely been on the road for a long time.
Yeah, a little over a week.
Yeah, week or maybe 2 weeks. I have lost track.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think
'Cause
it's
we had,
around just the 2-week mark around there.
Yeah, because I know we had to go into the swamp and back, and that was like a 2-day trek or something like
That was
that.
a week total.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
we were supposed to have like 45 battles each way, and
Yes, I do. I believe the swamp area, if I'm not mistaken, is west of here. I did a high fly over the canopy, and I did happen to catch a glimpse of that. You know, my curiosity sometimes gets the better of me, but I don't know. I kind of felt like it would be better to have company with me rather than go out that way alone. But for the most part, I've really enjoyed just seeing all the deep places and the beautiful parts of this world I've never seen before.
As Skye says, I took a fly. I'll
Yeah,
take
I was thinking
perception
that.
rolls from everyone, please. Your passive will work if it's over 15. Well, 13, really.
I rolled a 10 total, so I think
23.
Maybe noticed what I noticed.
Okay.
so my rolled perception is 12, but my passive perception also 12.
Okay. Reynard.
Meets beats
it. Well, you'd still be able to figure out the little things, but
He's consistent too.
yeah. Irma definitely would notice with her passive, I think. Yeah, she's got a good passive perception. As Skye says fly, you notice her wings are a lot bigger than most are. Like, almost, not double. She's got a big wingspan, and she's wearing something that's woven and integrated with her, like, whole body. Looks like she has, like, almost double the wingspan as most bird folk have.
And Brandon just went full Southie when he said body.
Sorry. I have something in my mouth, so that probably didn't help. But yes, you definitely see something interwoven amongst all her feathers. And like a little small contraption on her back, that's probably why she has pouches everywhere instead.
Is the equivalent of a jetpack?
It's the wing wear for D&D.
That's an interesting little thing you have on.
Oh, this? Oh, yes. I actually inherited it from my grandgrammy. She was quite the adventurer in her day, if I say so. And she's really inspired me. Actually, I come from a long line of adventurers, quite honestly, but she was definitely the one that just had the most gumption, and so I just like my grandgrammy before me, I am here on the road adventuring. And I think she'll like, and it's very comfortable to her as well. It is almost a second skin. I think for inclement weather, she may have like a bit of a hood that's attached to it. It is drawn back right now. You are seeing her full face and whatnot uncovered. But yes, she takes to it and fits into it quite well. But yes, thank you, friend. I appreciate it. This suit helps me while I'm flying, especially over long distances. So,
are you saying you can actually fly, like a real bird?
Short distance.
Indeed. I usually glide more than flap, but the winds have blessed me thus far. Thanks be to Rhea.
Yeah, basically.
I should like to witness this at some point, because I have never seen anything other than small birds, not people, flying. And usually I am shooting arrows at them.
Oh dear. Well, how about if and when I do take off, I will definitely let you know before I do so that I don't shock or startle you. How's that?
That would be good, but at present I don't even have a bow or an arrow, so you are safe.
Yeah. How do you feel about losing your aunt's long, very, very old longbow?
I mean, he's pretty upset about it, but I've always been a very practical person, so there's not much you can do about it.
You've had it one day.
DM, is there a hint of disappointment there then?
Oh, yeah.
That I catch when he mentions that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, let's see. He's trying to hide it, but he's terrible at it.
I'll take an insight roll.
Deception.
I'll take an insight roll.
I would love to.
I rolled a nat 1, and I have -1 on deception. So see if you can beat a 0.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take an insight roll.
Sure, let's do it.
Here we are.
While you guys are doing that, since Skye and Bronobi are talking to one another, it looks like Hester is behind Skye. So if she's looking over at Bronobi, Hester will then eventually notice the conversation talking about the wing contraption.
Yep.
And I rolled a 19 for investigation. And so I'm going to say Hester's going to see that and be like, oh, this is interesting. And just like not really mess with it, but just start looking at it, trying to figure out how it works.
Gotcha.
Oh, and
kind of mumbling to themselves about it.
Yeah, your 18
got it.
insight.
And yes,
He's basically, he doesn't know he's got tears flowing. He's got tears flowing.
oh dear friend. I'm sorry. I've said something to upset you. Oh, here you go. And to Hester, after seeing her kind of. It's the whole meme with the mathematics floating in front of the face. She'll just notice Hester's looking closely at the wingwear suit, and she'll kind of lift one of her wings just so that you're able to view all parts of that wing
So it's
on the right side.
Like leather interwoven along like her arm where all the feathers are. It's like really, really tightly in and around every little single feather. And as her wings come out, the leather pretty much expands to cover up all the feathers. So it's also attached to the waist and legs. It's definitely you'd be able to tell with that roll, it helps for gliding. She'd basically be able to double her glide speed, and she'd be able to kind of fly depending on the if she catches an updraft, she'd be able to soar and glide for hours, depending on the weather. But if it's a nice calm day, she basically gets like almost triple the how much a glide would for a normal bird or bird folk.
Oh. Let me
But if
see
she
what
climbed like up
glide
to a
is.
tree, it'd take her a while to come down.
Right.
She'd be able to at least like
she...
jump up a little. You'd be able to tell that she needs a little bit of room to get this thing started at least.
And I think while she lifts her wing to let Hester inspect, but she does still she tries to stay as polite as possible, keeps her attention on Bronobi, and kind of tries to console them. Friend, I can see you're troubled. Are you thinking about the items you lost again?
Of course not. They are just items. Things don't matter. Only people matter. He's very obviously lying.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and that softens her heart a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friend. The reason why I ask about that bracelet, it's actually quite near and dear to my family. That bracelet has been actually passed down from cleric to cleric in my family, and my grand-Grammy was the last one to have worn it. I remember all growing up that she wore it proudly, and I guess one time she came home from a grand adventure. I mean, she was always off on a grand adventure in some part of the world, and she brought healing and a mighty spirit and camaraderie with her wherever she traveled. She was a feisty one, that. If she wasn't fussing with you, she didn't care about you at all, I tell you what. But something happened. Just her, I don't know, her demeanor, her disposition. It changed. One of the last times that she came home, she was just heartbroken, and the only thing we could really get out of her was that she had lost her prayer beads. Now, I remember that she used to teach me that they were a very important gift to her, and that they helped her in times where she was traveling alone, and in times when she needed to work her magic to make sure someone got healed up right. But, well, I think it broke her spirit to have lost it, and she never really was the same again, right up until she passed. Rhea rest her.
You guys would also remember just a couple hours ago when you guys helped the priest of Kryn, who was tied up. She also told you that the avium had been broken into and a bunch of artifacts have been stolen.
Bronobi will just turn to Skye and say, "That is a very sad story. What is the lesson to be learned from this?"
Well, I think it is like you say, that things can be replaced more than people, certainly. But, there is something to be said for the items that we hold dear and that carry good memories for us. I feel like she felt like she had failed Rhea in some way for having lost them, but I tell you what, I know that Rhea smiles down on us, and she would have been proud of my Grammy, no matter whether or not she had her prayer beads or not. It's just so hard to tell someone and console them once they've lost a thing that's been so dear, Just know that you are not alone, my friend. And because you are so tall, of course, she will hop back up on the bar stool and then pat you on the shoulder, because that's the only way she's going to reach your shoulder from there.
Bronobi will look at her like she's insane and say, "Thank you for your words, but of course I am not alone now. I have Jeremy."
And Jeremy pees on you.
You see, this is how my children express their love.
Oh dear. Well, into every pseudo dragon's owner's life, a little tinkle must fall, I suppose.
This creature is definitely something new. There's like smaller, like tiny little pixie dragons that float around in the forest. This is completely never seen anything like it before.
It's not technically a pet bearded dragon.
Yeah. This is like something completely new to maybe this location. Maybe it's somewhere else on Everdeen, but not in your area.
Interesting. Kind DM, do you think that Skye might glean anything further about this pseudo dragon? She is proficient in nature, for example.
The only thing you would really glean is whatever created this probably shouldn't be used that often.
Right. So I think her eyes dart back to this deck. Have you put away the deck of cards at this point? Has that been stowed away?
He's still holding them, but he's kind of forgotten that he's doing so.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So I think as a gentle reminder, she'll probably nod towards the deck and say, friend, you may want to secure those. Perhaps, I'm not that well versed in wizardy things per se, but perhaps they're a little more trouble than they're worth.
If they seem to do some sort of weird magic, and I think they might be useful if we come into a bit of a pickle. You just never know. For example, Jeremy here might be very useful, and this drinking cup thing I am holding also perhaps will be useful. Barkeep, can you put another drink into this for me, and I see if it tastes different?
Okay. Oh,
Hold on.
Because I have no idea
Before that happens, Reynard will immediately look at Bronobi and cast Charm Person and say, you should probably pick another card.
oh God.
I rolled
Wisdom 11.
I rolled a 3, so I failed that, so I draw another card.
Oh no!
Okay.
How much damage do I take for taking up a third card? DM,
Well-
do I die?
Is there any chance at all, kind DM, that Skye could intervene just a little bit just before?
Knowing Reynard, he is probably this is just him being him. You could probably talk him down or try to, but it's not going to change the outcome.
Yeah, he's already said it
The
ultimately,
only
and
thing
Bronobi
you
has
could
acted.
do is if you had a reaction to do silvery barbs on Bronobi's roll, but I don't think clerics get that.
You evil bastard. I love
Only
it.
if they pick a certain
not.
feat, and she didn't pick that feat.
No.
No, shoulda didn't.
So I'm going to say you can talk, but I'm still having him pull a card. Bronobi, so how this works, if you pull one extra card a day, you take, so first card is free, second card is 2d6 piercing, third card is 4d6 piercing, fourth card is 8d6 piercing, fifth card is 16d6 piercing. It doubles
at the
every
moment,
time.
I only have 16 health, so there is a small chance that you're going to knock me unconscious before I
So
get the benefit of the card. But
You
I'm
would
not
have
sure.
had a short rest, so you could have rolled some hit dice. You've been here quite a while.
But I did not choose to. We've been chatting, and I haven't rolled a
Understood.
short rest. So nope, I'm not retconning that because I didn't do it.
12 damage, sir.
Bronobi, can we say that shocks him out of the charm, but he still has drawn the card? Doesn't matter.
Yes, I'm okay with that. I do. Irma's got spell slots. Oh no, she doesn't. She was, I think. Yeah, she's got none.
Bronobi suddenly clutches at his head and
She's got spare
swoons,
the dying.
and he goes, oh, that was not pleasant.
Roll me
Why
a
did
d20.
you do-" And
Oh, no.
shit,
If we roll a 7 or 17, we re-roll.
a 9.
Oh. Okay. This one actually, weird. Alright. The card you pick has a flame on it. Like a candle flame that is flickering. You feel invigorated from the eternal flame that is in front of you. You immediately gain the benefit of a long rest.
How dare you say eternal flame and not sing the
However-
song? That's shameful.
For the next 24 hours, you take double damage from fire.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh dear. All right.
I had an immensely amount of fun creating these cards.
Clearly.
Well, it's a good thing we're going to the burning forest tomorrow.
Once the cards are gone, are they gone forever or just for the day?
These are gone forever. It is a 20 cards. That's it. Whoever created the deck wanted to have some fun. You've chosen one bad card, a couple good ones. There's a lot of entertaining stuff in here. But yes, so how it also works, you're now at 4d6. For every day you don't pull a card, it reduces it by half.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay,
so
so-
there is incentive there to refrain
Yes.
from partaking. Okay.
Yeah.
so he now puts the cards away in Bruce's pack, looks over at Reynard and says, apparently whatever that was has healed me with a lot of pain. It was not pleasant, so I don't know if I should say thank you or fuck you, but please do not do that again.
Oh dear.
And as I look and say, No promises.
You
And
notice
smile.
Irma's got like a bandage ready to do something, and then you're healed full. It's like, oh, right, I'll put that away.
Skye leans over to her and kind of whispers, "Is it always like this?"
Oh no, sometimes worse. This is just the end of the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Above table
suppose.
fair warning. We've actually had accidents where we end up hurting each other.
Oh, they've rolled a lot of nat ones and almost killed each other a lot of times. Hi, Kitty.
I mean, I've rolled 2 nat 1s today without a
have.
single nat 20, so
Yep.
Oh dear. All right. Well, Skye just kind of makes a motion as if she's rolling up her sleeves and says, "Well, so goes the work." Now, as far as wherever shall we agree to explore today, or actually, DM, what time of day are we
You're
talking right now?
pushing like you're a couple hours to midnight, so it is nap time.
Okay, understood. So, well, I'm.
so I drew
I'm
a long rest card that did nothing whatsoever for me.
Nope, because you're just about to have a long rest.
Mhm.
But 24
Awesome.
so you have 24 hours, so from now until tomorrow night, you're double damage from fire.
Sweet.
Irma's going to let you know that we can you can either stay here or come with these guys to Eliza's hut, one level up of the tree. That's where they've been sleeping, or you can get a room here.
Oh, I definitely appreciate a roost that's as high up as possible. So that's fine.
So you
I'll
guys
travel
are
along with
currently
them.
in the trunk market right here at number 5. I just moved you guys over to the map. Where she's
Yeah.
telling you that your guys are going to be going is up in the Canopy Market area to the very almost top of the tree.
And of course, as we're walking, we'll, essentially describe Eliza and who she is, and she's a merchant.
She's an Allurin,
It's been
a cat folk, not from Humblewood. She is from Fernveld, way to the west, where none of your kind have been before.
Wonderful and well met.
and also like she's a merchant. She like buys and sells and trades a whole bunch of stuff. Like you'll like her. She's really nice.
Oh, and for what it's
Excellent.
worth,
Wonderful.
a charm person to make Bronobi draw a card would no longer work because, of course, charm person can't make you do something harmful to yourself, and I think that was initially harmful enough that it would make him then automatically deny such a request. Just putting it out there.
I don't know.
I mean,
Because you
drawing a
did-
card from a deck is not harmful.
No, he wouldn't
But the
know.
Like you wouldn't think it would be harmful.
No, but I would now that A, I lost all my stuff the first time, then B, got very, very injured by the third card and injured by the
Well, you
second
got-
one. I think
Slightly injured for the second one, but you did gain a pet, so that would have
I-
essentially negated the negative effect of hurting yourself because a little friend.
yes, but I think in his mind now, he believes that the cards will
Yes.
always hurt him.
Yeah, from now on, I would definitely say the charm person will still charm him, but it won't. He would know. No, I'm not doing that. No.
Yeah. Exactly. I thought it straight away when you did it, but I
Yeah.
also was like, nah, A, this is fun. B, I don't think it's an obviously negative thing for him, even though I knew it was going to hurt him
Yeah.
more. Bronobi didn't. So I went straight along with it because I thought it made sense.
Yeah.
Narratively.
Yes.
Understood. Brandon, did you want me to go ahead and drag my token onto the
I
onto
just
the
did
map?
for you, dear.
Oh,
Can-
there we go.
Can you move her
Oh,
just to make
man.
sure you can move? Your
Yes,
token?
indeed.
Beautiful.
She can move.
I sometimes
Wonderful.
screw
Thank
that up.
you.
So after an hour of going up to Eliza's hut, you do have to wake her up. She's pretty much already shut down for the evening, but she does let you guys in. So, is there anything else you guys want to do for the evening before you hit the bird council in the morning?
I was going to say on our way heading up there,
Yep.
obviously, we would have continuously been talking with Skye and informing her of things and everything.
Yes.
And Skye had mentioned that they like to get as high up in the canopy as possible because that's where they feel more comfortable and safer. You would find out that Hester is the exact opposite. They prefer to be on the ground, like not up in the tree at all. They would prefer to be on hard, solid ground because they just prefer the ground. The backstory to that is, they were a failed fighter. Like they wanted to be a fighter. Because they got hit in the head too many times. So it kind of messed with their head as well as a little bit of their equilibrium. So they prefer to stay on the ground so they don't fall.
I see.
You might also notice his character having a slight anxiety attack.
Yes.
Looking over at an edge and like, oh god, oh.
Yeah, I mean, heading up there, Hester, because Hester can ride Bubo, because Bubo is medium-sized and Hester's small. On the back of Bubo, there's like a little platform that has like railings on it. That's where Hester is, and they have like a harness that they like hook in. Like you're going up on like a scissor lift or whatever. So if they fall out of that, they will get caught before they hit the ground.
Right. Well, I think certainly then that may call for a bit of magic that Skye has in her arsenal. She will turn to the two of you, and in a manner to try to distract the two of you, I think she'll kind of, as you're walking, you know how someone just kind of nudges you, a little bit to the side. So she'll nudge y'all towards the inside of the path, away from the edge, the outer edge, and she'll kind of just hop along and try to give off a calming demeanor. And she will say, well, I understand, especially when you're away from where you're most comfortable, sometimes it gives you that pit in your stomach. I totally empathize with you, but know that you are not alone, friends. And she's going to cast Calm Emotions, actually.
Nice.
just to help calm down her friends here, because honestly, it's not that great for the digestion, I tell you. And after the fair that we've just had, you want to try and get as much of a good solid rest as you can. So she'll just cast that.
Nice.
Let me see if I can get it. Can I get it in the VTT for you? I think. I don't know if that just showed up. No, it did not. But I will figure out how to post it over there. I thought there used to be a. I'm using Beyond 20.
Yep.
And I know. Oh, silly me! I have to go. Not in that list. I have to go over to this list. Remembering all the things.
Yeah.
Here we go. I have to refresh my page here because I am not seeing the right tab that I should be on. Thank you for your patience. I'm just doing this. Doing our best.
We're actually going to go for our first break here at now 2.
Wonderful.
So if you guys want to take 10, we will come back and wake up fresh in the morning.
Right.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Yep,
All
yep.
right. Okay.
Cool.
Back in 10.
Yep. And we're back in 10, and you guys can take a long rest. So was there any nighttime shenanigans you guys wanted to do, or do you want to take a long rest and move on to the bird council in the morning? Also, I would remember, I think, Hester, I don't know if you're using it, but you do have a +1 hand crossbow that you could probably give to Bronobi if you wanted. It's in your bag of holding, I believe.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that. I think Hester was was planning on using it myself,
Okay.
but then I believe because I was in my head, I was thinking that because Irma doesn't have proficiency in crossbows. In my head, I was like, well, then she shouldn't have this because it's a +1 crossbow and everything. But it makes more sense for her to have it because without the proficiency, getting the +1 will help her hit more. Anyway.
It's a hand.
so I was
She's got a
thinking of
light crossbow. I don't think she can use the light. She can't use the hand. She can use the light.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
why
okay.
she doesn't
Maybe
have
maybe
one
that's
currently. That's why I was saying it might be a good idea to give currently to your now weaponless ranger. Well, arcane archer.
okay. Well, which actually, I will probably do that. I just want to double check something. So that's what. So it's a hand crossbow.
Yeah.
So does the +1? The +1 still does the same 1d6 as a regular hand crossbow. It just adds 1 more point of damage to it,
And attack.
like after it's rolled.
Yeah.
And okay. Yeah, because I also have I still have the well, I guess yeah. That actually makes sense. Yeah, so I'll do that as well. Because I was gonna say I have 6 short bows that I have to sell. So I was like, oh, I'll just give them a short bow. But short bow and the hand crossbow are both 1d6, but then you'd get the +1 to the attack and damage with the crossbow. So yeah, Hester will just start handing out shit out of his bag of holding.
And in the interest of starting to remember character names, our Vulpin friend's name once more, please.
Reynard.
Reynard. Yes. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I can type them all out here for you.
All right. Yeah, so Mario, go ahead and add a +1 hand crossbow.
Thank you. I shall. Okay, and then so attack is +2 because of my archery.
And then Brandon, so
will
you're
say,
aware
I
that
have
brooch
not-
of oh, go ahead.
So I have not used one of these in a long time, but it is good to have a weapon in my hands again. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I figured it works better in your hands than in my bag of holding. So. And then the brooch of shielding that we got a while ago, since I identified that.
Yep.
Hester's going to be wearing that, as well as the cloak of billowing.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say on top of their cloak of many things or whatever it's called, the robe of useful items.
the robe of useful
robe
items.
of useful items.
Yep.
I technically have the robe in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Although, so my question with that is am I able to reach into the bag of holding and pull one of the patches off, or do I have to
You have to
pull
pull out the robe.
out?
Robe out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that makes sense because I can't. It more or less be I'm just touching some part of cloth and I have no idea what I'm grabbing.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, could I just randomly rip a patch off and then get what I get?
Yep.
Okay. I'll remember that just in case.
But on the plus
What do I
side,
need?
Hester now looks
Chaos
like
reign.
a bird form of Doctor Strange.
Yep. True.
Because the little brooch would be the Eye of Agamotto, and
Yep.
you have the cloak is now billowing.
Yep.
It's like,
this is
yeah, that's
true.
pretty good.
Interesting.
And he can
yeah.
glide, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I think no shenanigans per se, but I think before falling off to sleep,
Yep.
I think that Skye makes herself comfortable and she wears a tunic that is over her own flight suit. It's like chain shirt underneath, then tunic, then flight suit. So when she relaxes the flight suit in order to be comfortable enough to bed down for the evening, you see this tunic. It is a very rich turquoise and made of very silky material, and there is emblazoned on the front of it the symbol of Rhea, which is the cardinal directions painted on the front of this tunic, and she reaches below her neckline and pulls out an amulet. This is her holy symbol that she wears as an amulet around her neck, with the same, depicting the same symbol, and it is in a pewter or silverish metal, and she kind of holds it almost like a worry stone, and she looks like she's whispering to herself, and she is saying a quiet prayer to Rhea, thanking her for introducing her to new friends, and she is fully convinced that as she prays, she'll say, "Sweet Rhea, thank you so much for helping me find my way in the world as usual, and for bringing to me new friends, and who, by the looks of them, I recognize that it is no mistake that they have come into my path, so I will do my best to take care of them."
Can I have a perception roll, please?
Oh, snap. Okay. Response. Wait a minute. Oh, dear. Perception. Here we go. Okay.
Oh, okay. Dirty 20.
That's a dirty 20.
So your holy symbol itself it's 4 arrows in a circle of ivory forming a compass. The arrow pointing to the east glows.
Do I get the sense that this is has this done this before, or this is brand new?
First time.
Oh my.
First response.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. I think she is flabbergasted in the happiest way. And pointing east, she will remember that. She will keep that. I don't know that anyone else had seen it. She probably went off to a little corner and just had a quiet prayer to herself. So I think she holds the amulet even tighter and just says a silent thank you to Rhea for her guidance.
Nice.
And she'll tuck the amulet back away and drift off to sleep.
Nice. Perfect.
So essentially, if anyone did have reception, it would be looking like somebody looked at their phone in a dark room for a quick sec.
A little bit, yeah.
Well,
or like one of little Hester's little lights that light up for like 5 feet of light, just like a quick little pulse.
Before going to sleep, Bronobi would just, because he would just say, "Jeremy, if you're wanting to sleep inside in the warmth, then I have no problem with you doing that, because of course I will always sleep outside, but I will not make you do what I do. It's up to you."
You get a feeling of a wet sleep. Familiar doesn't need sleep.
He doesn't know this. He'll say,
Nope.
"Well, at night, normally at night, sometimes in the day, but normally at night, people like to rest to feel better in the morning. I suppose you just came into existence, so maybe not needing rest yet, but I do, so if you could please not be making noise, flapping around and such, then waking me up. You will see what happens. I will stand over here and be asleep, and you not disturb me, please."
Okay.
Well, bearing
Pretty
in
much
mind the
just,
familiar
like,
can't.
Flies
Yeah, it
off,
can't speak. It can
yeah,
give
that's
me
more of a
impressions in my
feel.
mind.
Well,
It's got telepathy.
telepathy, so it's more of a feeling of, okay. You almost get like a little like nod and a shrug, and it just kind of like flies up, lands on the ground, and just stares at you, trying to figure out what you're about to do.
Fair enough. And then Bronobi will find a corner to stand in and then fall asleep in it.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Yep.
Hester will go to bed like usual and everything, and you already have Bubo guarding the door. So
Yeah, it's also locked.
if anyone, yeah, but if someone kicks it in and everything, Bubo will sound an alarm and
Everyone
wake
loves
Hester
Eliza.
up.
Perfect.
It's true.
You're also in
Maybe somebody will kick in the door and give her a surprise party.
True. You're also in the like upper class area. If anything's broken into here, the perch guard are all over that. All right, perfect. Mark off your long rest. Much earned. Okay. You guys awake bright and early in the morning. Eliza looks like you would notice that she's always up first. She's pretty much just like organizing the shop. Looks like she's gotten quite a few new things, but not a lot yet because it's only been like a day since you bought a lot of her fun good stuff. But you do see like an already like line outside her door of about 3 people waiting for her to open.
Eliza, by any chance, before you open and sell something maybe I need, it seems that I managed to lose possession of everything I own yesterday. Long story, but I now have, thanks to Hester, I have this armor, which is nice, and this weapon, but I have nothing else. Perhaps you have any sort of useful things for an adventurer.
Oh, well, I don't really have anything magical yet. I have pretty much everything else. If you need more arrows or bolts or pretty much most normal stuff I have. You guys have been selling me pretty much all your odds and sods, so I have most of that still.
I mean,
I've gotten
that is a good idea.
I've gotten a little contract with the perch guards, so they've been coming in and out too.
Well, right now I don't have any actual bolts for this little crossbow, so if you could get me some of those, that might be useful.
I have a couple hundred of them. How many would you like?
I guess just 40 of them is enough for now.
Okay.
In the interest of speeding along this shopping portion of the episode, I think at least upon hearing that, I'm pretty sure that Skye would follow that up and say, while we're on the subject of arrows, and I think she'll request a bundle of 20 arrows.
Okay.
And for her longbow, and seeing as how much trouble this group might get themselves into, probably let's see, how much is it for a potion of healing?
Regular potion of healing, I think, are 50. Let me look.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yes, I think we'll go with at least.
Yeah, I gave you 100 gold.
Yeah. So we'll go with at least one potion for now. Potion of healing, please.
Okay. Roll me a D100 to see if she has any.
Oh, interesting.
She
All right.
just set this place up a couple days ago.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I also do have all that gear that I want to sell to her.
Just tell me price. I haven't had time to do it all.
Okay.
So we've got a 54.
54?
I'm assuming Oh, go ahead.
So she'll give you whatever D&D Beyond says the cost is. She'll give you half plus 10%.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that's so lovely. All
Because you've
right,
helped
then.
her out. So say like
Yes.
a breastplate is 400 gold. She'll buy it off you for 200 plus 10%, so 220. Or would it be 240? 240.
And that's for
That'd be
all of us,
220.
or is that just? I hope that's not only just for Skye. Please, friends, take advantage of the sale.
Wait, the plus 10%, is that 10% of the retail cost?
Yes.
Okay. So like the breastplate example, it'd be 10% of the 400.
Yeah.
So that's why you
240.
said it was 240 instead of cut it
Yeah,
in half and add
so-
10% to the 200.
Yeah. So 10% of the 400 is 40. She'd give you 200 for half the price plus the additional 10%, so 240.
Oh, okay. Boom times
Yeah.
0.1. So
Yeah, I'm gonna hand her all the javelins that were Brucey's. Like, can you sell some of these? And I take a cut from it.
Oh, you want commission? Those are small. I'm sure someone
Anything
will
you
buy
can
them.
get.
I'll try.
All right. Okay. With everything that I was selling, so the 8 daggers, 6 short swords, 6 short bows,
Yep.
a chain shirt, 2 studded leather armors, and 2 regular leather armors. Retail cost is 386. So
Okay.
then half plus 10% would be 231 gold and I guess 6 silver because it's 231.6.
Sure.
I think that's how that works.
Sounds good.
And then I'll splitting that 5 ways. I'm just going to say everybody can add 46 gold to their sheet, and then I'm going to keep the remainder.
Okay.
The remainder of 1.6 gold.
Okay. Your
How lovely! Thank you,
Your
friend.
54 will get you 1 potion of healing for 50 gold. She pretty much
Oh,
just
nice.
like brings it out a vial and goes, maybe. I haven't had this thing. I have an appraiser. He's actually out the door waiting to come in. He's kind of quite good at identifying stuff, and he's helping me out. So he's getting like 5% of what I sell just for helping me identify stuff until I know what I'm looking at.
Oh, wonderful. I'll go ahead and stow that away.
Perfect.
And you said so for the
So she doesn't
for
know
that.
you yet, but because you're with friends, she'll take an extra 5 gold off that. So 45 gold for the potion of healing. She does
Great.
a
Oh, that's beautiful.
10% friends and family discount.
Got it. And then for the longbow arrows, let me just see
Yeah,
here.
arrows are pretty much 1 gold per 20 bolts or arrows.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go on ahead then
Okay, so
and
90
toss
silver,
back.
90 silver pretty much for every 20 stack of 20.
Yeah, that she's okay to actually give her instead of 45, make it 48,
Okay,
and she'll take 3 bundles of those arrows.
beautiful.
And you said each bundle is 10 arrows or 20?
20 bundles of 20.
20.
Great. So she's got 60 arrows
Mhm.
ready to go.
That will last you 1 or 2 fights with us.
Absolutely. Thinking ahead.
Hopefully you're better at aiming, because everybody else tends to shoot Hester with them.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Slightly so.
Duly noted.
cool. Anything else you guys need from Eliza before you head out? Perfect.
Hester will ask again about if she's heard anything about like a magical longbow, basically, a +1 longbow.
She's pretty much gonna tell you the same thing that she told you yesterday. No,
Okay.
she hasn't happened anything, but she'll let you know when she does. She does have a few
Okay.
things that she has not had time to figure out what they are.
Hester will ask if they need to be identified.
She's literally going to point to the guy outside and say that I've got someone commissioned to spend the day with me as I sell stuff and buy stuff.
Oh,
thank you.
Yes, let's go ahead and file on out, shall we? And Skye will thank her and lead by example and vacate the space.
Yeah, she's basically going to let you know the guy that's outside, he's the one who gave her permission to start the shop. Interesting.
As Skye leaves the establishment and gets a closer look at this individual, who do we see? DM, if you don't mind.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. I have my list of people somewhere.
Among the sea of NPCs.
Yeah. You see a Gallus. He's about he's fairly tall. 6 feet tall. He's in like a very, very intricate red and blue robe. I'll take a quick let's do Arcana roll.
Ooh. That is a roll I am not proficient in. Exciting. Here we go. Okay, that's only a 9.
Nope, just looks like a semi-pompous Gallus who's like almost like bouncing a little like he wants to come in, almost like a little nervous tick.
Got it. A good day to you, sir. And she'll just politely address him and walk past and allow him room to get
Eliza,
on by.
Thank you. Hi, morning. What do you got for me? And they're just gonna have like a little conversation.
Do I also notice any? Is there any way, because as I've already established, Skye's curiosity sometimes gets the better of her. She's curious to know what may be making him nervous.
Kind of hard to tell. I'll take a quick insight as you guys leave then.
Thank you. Because I will say that, well, let's see. I hope she can suss something out, if something there be.
Of course, Reynard does a sleight of hand. Of course. What you looking for, Reynard?
His money pouch. We pass each other, we brush each other. The brush
Reynard
by.
thing? Beautiful.
Oh dear! Already it starts. Well, with an insight of 14 for Skye.
An insight of 14, you'd be able to tell that he is definitely a high society bird folk who doesn't like to wait for what he wants to get done. You'd also get a little hint of maybe he's an alchemist of some sort. You get a little whiff of that he's from some sort of shop that deals with a lot of weird chemicals.
Interesting.
But nothing too much. Reynard, I rolled terrible. What would he have at this time of the day?
Is that the sound of...
Well,
maybe a ring or two.
This guy runs his own alchemist and enchanting emporium. So roll me a D100 and a D6.
You pickpocketed his business card right out of his pocket.
69.
Okay.
And you said a D6?
Yep.
Ooh. 1.
You get 69 platinum.
Oh,
Ooh.
Had you rolled a 6, you're going to multiply them together. So he's a little light.
You just say he wasn't a rush.
He was in a
So
rush.
he might
My
have forgot it.
goodness.
He might think now he forgot his coin purse.
Yep.
My goodness.
Yeah, he's the you guys don't know him yet, but you might later.
My goodness. I mean, do y'all understand how much more heavy than gold platinum would be at 69 platinum?
I mean, it's a very nice number.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Yeah. It's very fitting right now.
When you say we're going to possibly meet him in the future, is that part of the story, or like when we all go to jail for robbing him?
No,
I mean, I certainly saw a bit of a smirk on the DM's, face when he was saying it.
Bronobi's already rammed his horns into one of the shops that he currently owns up here.
Oh,
So I'm good.
That
was an
Bronobi's
accident.
screwed.
so
In the place where you
Bronobi
guys
caused
wanted to
destruction
steal
of
some
private
shit.
property,
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Same place you guys
Well.
wanted to
and
steal some
then
shit.
Reynard robs from
Wow.
him. I wonder what
Oh.
Hester can do.
I didn't steal from him. I just
Yeah,
I just
no.
easily take stuff that should no longer be his.
All right. Well, you guys know you do have a early morning with the Birdfolk Council. Is there anything you guys want to do before we head over there?
I think that would be an opportunity for some conversation, and Skye would probably overhear the rest speaking about it and
Yeah,
say,
you'd have a
Wow,
half-hour
that-
walk to get there.
well, that sounds like a very intense appointment to keep. How did that even come about, if you don't mind me asking?
Well,
That's
in
a
That is
this
a very
world,
good
there
question.
are,
I can't remember why.
well, in this world, there are good guys and bad guys, and somehow we have become the good guys. Not really sure how that happened to me, but everyone else here seems decent.
And as far as anybody knows, they didn't see me take the money.
Not with that.
I just know I'm treating everybody to breakfast. That's all.
Skye gets a look on her face as she wonders at the company she now keeps. Interesting. So there was something borrowed earlier, and now you're telling me there was okay. And she looks like she is thoroughly processing. Like,
Give me an insight check on the party. Yep.
Well,
Like,
also
she-
the world might kind of be ending, and we don't really want it to, so we are sort of stopping our little part of the world from, being destroyed and stuff.
right, and that's a 19.
With a 19, you'd be able to take a first gauge at these people. You'd be able to tell they haven't been with each other long. Other than Irma, the rest maybe murder hobos in the spare old life, maybe? Definitely, if they weren't hunting bandits, they might follow with them at some point in their life. They're definitely
Point out that I
outdoorsy.
am not a murder hobo. I
No,
am
but-
murder middle class.
Yes.
With that 69 platinum I just received.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Definitely outdoorsy people who this place is somewhere they probably would never go to unless they had to.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
Forceful adventurers, pretty much.
I am an equal opportunist
That too.
for myself.
Yeah. Bronobi's just, you'd be able to tell with Bronobi, he goes where things send him. He's a free spirit for the most part.
Well, and I think there's a part in that vibes with Skye's demeanor of being a free spirit. So she kind of shakes her head a little bit and chuckles to herself. And then she'll say, well, friends, I will say that I do not necessarily condone such behavior. However, one must always take into account one's actions as far as what intention there is behind it. So, if, as you say, your actions have been to help others in the world and save the world from disaster, well, that's hopefully the truth that you hold. And she's going to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
And she will position, just as she's talking, she'll make sure to position herself right in the middle of everyone. And she's small enough that she can just kind of sneak into like the middle of the bunch.
Yeah. They have seen this before. Irma has done this, so they know exactly what's happening. That is what.
What's the save?
Charisma, I think.
Yes, charisma save of DC 12.
Of all
It
the
shouldn't be too hard.
unnecessary times for me to roll well,
Yeah.
this is the time that I have. Because Bronobi doesn't lie anyway, so he'll just happily answer truthfully.
Yep.
So what a waste of a good save.
That's funny.
Charisma save of a 19. So I might be lying. You just have no clue.
Oh, interesting. All right.
I might be telling the truth.
I don't think
I don't know.
Irma would roll, so I'm not going to.
Okay.
I think she would just go, oh, whatever.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Oh.
I did a roll to just see if Hester knew what was going on or if they're just oblivious.
Yep.
And I rolled a 3, so
Oblivious.
they don't know the Zone of Truth is happening.
Okay.
And Bronobi will just
So I would say if I end up lying about something, it's an automatic failure because I don't know I'm supposed to try to whatever.
Right. Got it. All right.
Bronobi
Fair
will
enough.
just say, in a nutshell, if the whole forest burns, then my hunting will not be very successful. Nothing to hunt if everything is dead.
Of course. And aside from that, of course, a devastating loss of life. Everyone in the woods here and abroad depends on our forests being well kept. So it's a good point, my friend. Good point. And she has just it's almost like she becomes like partial den mother at that point, like oh yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on these.
Yeah. You guys just got another
shakes
Irma.
her head and,
Yeah, you just got a second Irma to join the party.
Great. All right now, and let's hustle along then, and just on our way.
Irma would let you know that the tenders who are dealing with the fire from the Scorched Grove are having issues, and they're spread thin, and the perch guard is spread thin, so they have been pretty much asked to help fill the gaps.
Understood.
I have a question about Skye, and sorry if you've already sort of addressed this. You being a Tempest Cleric, does it manifest in any way visually to us when you're not in combat? Is there anything about you that makes it obvious? You know, is there a little mini storm cloud gathered around your head at all
Not
times?
a level 4, there wouldn't be anything.
No, not at all. Although there may be certainly when she casts her magic in general, I think her eyes do glow a little bit more golden, for example, when she just cast that spell, for example. But the effects are felt with the other spells that she casts, especially if the target on the receiving end is acting badly. So the effects will be more felt than seen, put it that way.
I'll take a perception roll from Bronobi.
If anything, the light blue
7.
tint to her feathers might have something to do with that's lightning.
Yeah. With a 7, what's your passive?
9.
Okay, no.
Not even a little bit. Nope.
Yeah, anyone with like a 15 passive or over, you might like sense a little breeze or like almost like a tiny little rumble somewhere, like a storm far off in the distance. That'd be about it. Nothing major.
She's statically charged.
Yeah.
Right.
And I got a 16 passive, so I'm like, is that lightning I just saw between the feathers? You don't know, but he's like,
Nothing major right now. Most things are like level 6. That's when things start to get a little bit more fun.
And
Okay.
I'm currently running a Tempest, Cleric, and Curse of Strahd, and like, it's gonna be fun.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, eventually you guys make your way up to the main gate that lets you into the Bird Council. And you guys, literally, as soon as you guys come there, this is probably the first time things are a little different for you guys. Immediately, as soon as you're seeing the gates are wide open, and you're all given a salute by the Perch Guard.
It is about time we got some appropriate respect around here.
And you guys are pretty much like brought right in front of the Bird Council. So the Bird Council for Skye, you see in front of you, you're brought in. They just assume because you're with them, you're with them. They probably don't really realize too much difference because they've only been up here a few times. You have in the front a wide variety of bird folk. The main one, whether or not these guys told you anything about the Bird Council, would you have?
I'm not sure.
I mean, in the
feel
half hour on our way here, we probably would have given, at least the basics.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The rundown.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second here. I have my anyway.
Yeah, and with that rundown, I'm sure that upon entering, Skye would, especially coming into the main hall of this space.
Mm-hmm.
It's taken her a long while to travel here to the Alderheart in the first place.
Yep.
And I think the further interior she's come into this community, the more she's been awestruck. She comes from simple, humble beginnings and origins, and just the grand scale of it, I think, gives her pause and reverence and awe. Of the authority wielded here. So she definitely would be as respectful as possible.
Yeah. So walking towards the council chambers, you see a huge dome structure rising up through the foliage. The building is cradled into the natural curve of Alderheart's giant trunk. A large platform has been built around an imposing structure, connecting it to the branch roads that run throughout the city. It is adorned with brightly colored banners displaying crests of the major settlements of the wood. 2 guards in resplendent armor stand watch at the entrance, which you guys just got through. So in front, you will see they will be introduced again. The main speaker is Beta Pearlrest. She's the girl in the middle. Top corner, you have a Strig Edgar Ashperch. Then you have Harlow Warm. It's hard to read on there.
Warmclaw looks
Warmclaw.
like, right?
Then you have Baron Braverock and Roshana Skylift. Or Skyfit. One of them. And they all just look at you all and start applauding for the first time. You actually see these people, these bird folk, happy to see you for the first time. Most of the times you've come up here, you definitely would have been able to gauge like a pecking order. And they pretty much just look at all of you and just go, well done, well done. I'm told...
I just need to chime in. The moment they started clapping, Bronobi would feel so uncomfortable he would just turn and walk outside again and wait till it was done.
Oh.
Okay. That's fine. You'd get one of the guards just kind of go, ooh, okay, keep clapping alongside. Doesn't last too long, so that'll be up to you whether or not you turn around and come back.
He's gonna wait till there's talking happening, and then he'll just try and sort of sneak in.
Okay. The lovely bird council in front of you just pretty much just goes, Well, I'm glad you're all safe. I had word that you guys did quite well, and well, you rescued one of the priests of Kryn. Thank you for that. Now, with that...
Sorry, Bronobi rolls a 25 to sneak in at this point with
Okay.
Jeremy on his shoulder.
All right, that works. I'm okay with that. A couple of the bird folk probably do definitely see you, the bird council, but it's just more of a... right. So, again, we thank you. We can't thank you enough, and what you are about to partake, I think, might be a little telling for you. Might be hard for you, but I think you will prosper. The strig at the back will then speak up and go, for your help, you are now considered defenders of Meadowfen. And with that comes this. And he's going to walk in front and hand you all a piece of paper. The piece of paper, other than Skye, because one is actually for Brucey, he probably looks for Brucey and goes, oh, is she with you too? I don't remember her.
Oh, hello. Pardon my manners. My name is Skye. Skye Thistledown. I hail from the southern regions. Well met. I'm new to this outfit.
Oh, so you just... Okay, I understand. Pleasure. My name is Edgar. I will hold this for when I find your other companion. The piece of paper he's handing you is a deed to your own house in Bracken Mill. Bracken Mill is to the southeast of here. I'll put you guys back on the main map.
Oh, as in he's giving us each a house.
Sure is.
Oh.
But not here. In Bracken Mill.
That's
Okay.
pretty random.
To the southeast. If you were
Interesting.
bird folk,
Oh, yeah.
maybe Elderheart. Because you're humble folk, Bracken Mill.
Got
Is it fair to assume that Bracken Mill is a place that's probably been like recently destroyed by bandits and fire elementals and kind of useless?
I'll take
to
a
it?
history roll.
And does Hester get a deed in Alderheart or in
No.
Bracken Mill?
Bracken Mill.
Okay.
I managed to roll a 14,
Okay.
which is good. Oh, wait. No, I'm proficient in history. I
Yay.
managed to roll a 19.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Bracken Mill, it's a lot of forest. Farming is one of their main things they do. A lot of the trees, there's not a lot of... So basically everything there is grown and hung from the trees. So in the taller... You'd remember, in the taller perches, fruiting vines and mosses are grown from the branches of the trees there. It is the largest and most productive farming perch in Bracken Mill. Considered a lesser perch due to its proximity to the ground, it nonetheless consists of many proximate tree farms that, after years of growth, meld into one another. It's a central hub for shops, trade halls, and shipping platforms, all under the watchful eye of the Perch Guard. Some of the farms have begun to expand downward, encompassing small plots at the base of the trees. The grounded farms produce luxury goods that can't be grown along the branches and house corals for giant insects that produce goods ranging from silk to meat. So you're pretty much being given land adjacent to one of the farms, one of the silk farms.
With that really good history roll, would I get a vibe for what this house, this deed might be worth monetarily? Lynn?
Roughly, it's not going to be like an extravagant house because it's on the ground. You're thinking between 500 and 1,000 gold.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Friend, are we already looking for a refi at the moment?
He's only thinking this. This is all in his head.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So, once again, thank you. Feel free to take ownership anytime you can. I know you guys will be busy. Now, speaking of busy, I do know it is quite a journey to get to where you're headed. So, I would like to help speed you on your journey. And you'd be able to tell once again that you start to not hear the sounds of anything other than what's in front of you in the bird council. Some sort of magic goes off to make it so nobody else can hear what's going on.
But that's easy. We've all seen Get Smart. Obviously, the cone of silence has been put around us.
Pretty much. So he's just going to look at all of you and go, I'm going to give you passage to the avium to speed you on your journey. One of the professors there a while learned something new that has not been shared with anyone else as of yet. And until the bandits are dealt with and the grove is once again under control, we are not to tell anyone. He's going to walk in front of you all and put another zone of truth on. Oddly enough, this is what I had planned. You must swear to secrecy before you are allowed to know what it is. If you wish to swear, please stand forth and give your pledge to Baron Braverock. And Baron Braverock is going to come over and just ask you all the same question. Do you swear not to tell anyone what you are about to learn? You can choose to fail, or I would lovely to have a charisma save, please.
I chooses to fail. I think without
DC.
question and without hesitation, she goes over to the Baron with a confident gait and agrees.
Beautiful. He's waiting for the rest.
Bronobi waits to see what everyone else does.
Okay. Irma, pretty much. Okay.
Just to make sure I understand how this spell works. So if I choose to fail, that's just me. Like, if I agree and be like, yeah.
He would know whether or not you're telling the truth or not immediately.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Hester will, choose to fail and very honestly be like, yeah, you can. I won't tell anyone. There's also a very good chance I'm going to forget everything about this anyway.
That might be a good idea anyway. It's nothing major, but in the wrong hands, this could be used poorly. So does Reynard agree? I think you're the only one I was not too sure about.
Since I rolled a Christmas save of 5, it's like, darn it. He would essentially go up and it's like, I swear to do everything possibly not to dispose of information.
I guess for you, that's as good as I'm gonna get. He's gonna hand you a piece of paper, Reynard. Sorry, yep.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. I thought you were saying it was all done, so sorry, continue.
That's okay. I'm gonna send this to you because you'll be the first one to look at it. Once I find your name in the amongst all the names that I have. There it is. If you could find them for me too. I'll take a history roll, please.
This is for Reynard, right?
Definitely Brenna's.
We probably met.
Yeah, definitely
17.
Yeah, definitely one of someone you probably have heard of, and definitely if you knew they were in the area, you would not go to that area. The reward is appalling and should have an extra 0. That's what you would know. But he's just going to go if you can.
I'll look into it.
Thank you. Now, I would like to take you somewhere and introduce you to Professor Barnabas Frostplume. Right this way, please. And he's going to take you all to a pretty much just looks like a normal, small, little shop up here behind the Bird Council. Looks like maybe somewhere they go for tea or coffee. From the outside, it looks like it's just normal, like small little boutique. And he's going to open the door. And as soon as you open the door, all you see is a set of stairs going higher. Enjoy your journey. Your scouts will be waiting for you on the other end.
And is this a stairwell that is entirely encased, or are there periodic windows that we come across as we...
You're definitely
go up?
in a branch. Like you're in an actual trunk. You don't see anything. It is just a spiral staircase in amongst a massive branch of Alderheart. You don't see anything,
Understood.
but it is lit on the inside with some sort of magical sconces. You do see light at the top. But it
Okay,
looks like you're
fair
going to be walking for probably another half hour straight up.
Understood. All right. Taking the temperament of her comrades, I think Skye will start. She'll say, "Well, these stairs won't climb themselves. Let's go." And she'll start to hum a little tune and just try to project as much positivity as she can, knowing that at least one of her comrades may be ever more trepidatious about going up even higher from the ground, as it were. But at least there's no open windows that that in view that might startle them even worse.
Yeah, Hester is on the back of Bubo again, like strapped in as they're just like tinkering with stuff and like we're continuing to work on the mechanism of the of like the weapons that Bubo has and to make sure that they
If anyone wants to give me
work
history
properly.
rolls to see if you know who the professor is.
Ooh, does Bubo have kind of lamp lights? I wonder what's the lighting like in this situation.
Right now,
DM.
you're around semi-bright, more dim than bright.
Okay. Got you. So does Bubo have like headlamps for lights at all?
I'm gonna say that their eyes just light up and it's just like dim light around them because I could like basically with my magical tinkering kind of thing. So I can only put, was it 5 feet?
Yeah.
5 feet of
5 feet.
light.
So
Listen, for not even being 5 feet tall, I mean that might as well be a lovely little spotlight for Skye and company. So she's fine with that.
perfect. All right.
Did Skye need to also
I would love a
roll
history
that
roll from anyone who wants to.
Okay, great. Let's go.
History
16.
19.
16, 19.
I'm just killing it with the history rolls.
Yep.
Ooh, it was almost a nat
Alright.
20, but it's a 9.
Bronobi, you're not too sure where you heard this from. Maybe a relative, maybe dad. It's kind of hard to tell. But Hester, because you lived in Alderheart before, Professor Barnabas Frostplume, just more Professor Barn That's what most people call him. He's a renowned arborist. He tends to the trees of Alderheart more than anything. He's not really goes for like small trees. He tends to the big ones, so the Avium and Alderheart. He's pretty much knows if something was diseased or anything in the area, he's the one who'd be able to figure out how to heal it. You would probably think of him to be druid more than anything. He started his life as one of the tenders.
What was his name again? Professor something?
Professor Barnabas Frostplume. I'll type it out. And I didn't hear you, Mario.
I said Elvis really loved him.
Yep. So eventually, as you guys get closer and closer and closer, you are brought up to the very, very, almost very tip of Alderheart.
Of course we are.
Very, very top peak.
Any more calm emotion spells?
Indeed, although I think Skye may be a bit distracted by the lovely view this high up. Of course, the Alderheart just being one of, if not the tallest structure. Am I correct?
The mountains to your east probably are a little bit taller, but this is definitely the tallest tree known.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is.
If you walked from the top of Alderheart down to the bottom, it's about 5 hours.
Okay.
You're almost, you're quite high up.
Interesting. Yes. So I think feeling the wind in her feathers that high up, it's almost a divine experience for her.
Mm-hmm. So at the top of Alderheart is another massive ancient branch. At the sides of what looks like the branch itself is a nice big round. It almost looks like a door, but part of the bark is still there. You also see a small little sitting area with 2 couches on each side, and you have a perch guard on each side of them sitting on one. You also see a somewhat smaller Strig waiting for you, and you hear him speak. Oh, you're the ones I'm taking? Hi, I'm Professor Barnabas Frostplume. Pleasure. So, I've been told to take you somewhere. I know this is probably a little weird. Trust me, the first time I did it, it was weird for me. Your guards that are going to escort you somewhere haven't really been told. They're already at the Avium waiting for you. So basically, I'm going to, create a small little portal between here and the Avium, and I want you to run through it quickly before it closes on this end. Can you do that for me?
I am very good at running.
Good. I've kind of figured out how to create portals between one tree and another. So that's what we're going to do.
But how do we get back again?
Whenever your journey's done, you're going to have to come find me at the Avium or just, walk. This is just, I was told to try and save you guys like 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
We understand, and that's much appreciated. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll take you over to the picture.
Yay. Oh,
Skye is definitely excited at this prospect.
This is the professor and the 2 perch guard.
Lovely.
Where's my notes? So, you see Professor Frostplume hold down a wand that starts to glow green, then quickly becomes a swirling portal at its center. The portal shimmers with vibrant green and golden energy, resembling swirling vines and leaves. The tree's bark is covered in intricate natural runes. Soft light filters through the canopy, illuminating the mystical gateway. So, yes, run. Please do not fall off the path. I don't know what happens, but it's probably not good.
How big is this portal?
What
like,
you see, pretty
height-wise?
much. And he's going to start counting down 6,
Oh,
5.
oh yes. Oh, off we go.
4.
And Skye will definitely run through.
Thank you.
Well,
It lasts.
okay, yeah.
How tall is the portal?
What you see in the picture. So you're at least like 10 foot tall.
Okay. I wanted to make sure because a lot of us are like
Yeah.
3-4 feet tall.
No,
And then Bubo
this-
is 6.5 feet tall, so
Yeah, this is
Right.
transport via plants. It'll get
Getting
as
some
big as
through
it
a
needs
hobbit
to.
hole.
Yeah.
Getting some through a hobbit hole we might find that challenging.
Yeah.
I follow you.
So basically, this is him learning. He's just learned transport via plants, and he if other people learned you could go from tree to tree, this place would be taken over by bandits in a heartbeat. Hence the secrecy.
oh, gotcha.
And as Reynard goes through and he hears him say, "Oh, and don't fall off the path," and boom.
And as soon as we get to the other side, Bronobi's going to say to the others, given that I never said anything about not talking about this, I wonder what this information could be worth.
I assumed you did. If I forgot, that's Brandon's fault. But
No,
I
I
would've-
specifically pointed out to you, Brandon, that I did not, and then you said okay and continued.
Sorry, I probably didn't even hear it or take what you were saying. He wouldn't have let you without a yes or no.
Fine.
And
'cause I
essentially,
was
Bernard would,
really
under his voice, said about the information for free.
Yeah. Sorry,
So he,
Yeah.
somebody tips him a gold. He's gonna like, hey, just so you know, they found a way to transport through plants.
We'll see if that has consequences later.
That's fine.
I
So,
think if Brandon can forget, so can an NPC.
he's the bird cancel. I doubtful.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon forgets a lot.
You're-
He's had a couple strokes in his
Actually,
life.
Brandon's right. When would anyone in a position of authority, ever make a mistake or say something stupid? That would never happen.
Not in Alderheart. Come on. So, when you guys arrive on the other side, you are not at the avium. You are about maybe a couple thousand feet away from the avium. But as soon as you come through, that is the very first thing you guys see in front of you is the avium. So you guys are coming out of a tree right here on the corner.
Wow, looks awesome.
Beautiful.
And in front of you are 2 guards. One is a Raptor, the other is a Corvum. I don't have pictures for them yet. They basically both bow. The Corvum stands up and goes, "Orwin Shadowplume at your service. This is my trainee, Rax Sharpglide." And the Raptor dips his head. "Well, if you have everything, we shall start. Thank you, Professor. We shall call on you if you are needed again." The professor pretty much just looks at everybody and goes, "Thanks, I gotta get back to class." Then starts heading towards the avium. Now, is there anything else you guys want to do before we end for the evening?
I think Skye definitely takes in the majestic view before her. And does she, looking at where they have portaled to, I'm sure that, especially because she's attuned to nature and things, would she realize that they have been shunted further east?
I'll take a nature roll.
Okay. Sure roll. Here we go. Ooh, that's only a 5.
You've been shunted somewhere. I will take a history roll to see if you know what the avium is.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Come on, dice, be nice. That's a 13.
13's enough to be able to hear about it. Maybe from Granny. It's a college of magical arts with a wide variety of subjects available for study. The free transmission of knowledge is one of the avium's core principles, but the college nonetheless maintains a certain degree of secrecy regarding some of the more dangerous tomes it safeguards, which they have known has been stolen. All the races are welcome in the halls, though admittance is granted only by the will of the headmaster and a council of senior staff. Prospective students are tested for their skills, but also the motivation for their studies. The college takes great care to ensure its members will positively represent the legacy and reputation of Avium. So it's pretty much Humblewood's Hogwarts.
Interesting. And I think out loud, with the gears turning and she realizes where they are, I think Skye will say out loud, "Friends, we have arrived at quite the halls of learning here. I do believe if there's an answer that any of us are looking for, we'll definitely find it here." And I think she'll also kind of put a hand to her chest. She will not pull out her amulet in front of everyone. However, she'll feel the lump of it like just below her tunic and just kind of quietly say to herself, "I'm listening, Rhea, I'm listening."
As you're listening, a giant badger jumps out of a bag that Reynard just threw on the ground. And we'll end there.